Welcome everyone to the kitchen. Let me show you how to get these started. So this is a flour tortilla, and I found it easier actually to get a pastry brush and brush on this mixture of barbecue sauce and sweet and sour, or sweet chili sauce. Yes, sweet chili sauce on there. And so I get a nice coating on it. I've crushed up some salsa verde Doritos here, and then I'm just going to sprinkle those onto there, and that's going to create our Dorito taco. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drape these over your oven rack, and we're going to bake these so that they crisp up and are nice and crispy and delicious. Now I'm going to press that down so those crushed Doritos adhere nicely to that and all of that deliciousness. And so now I'm just going to take that, just kind of brush those off, and then you can see now this is what I do. Here's the oven rack. I'm using my smaller oven today, and I'm just draping those over. So you drape it over a couple of those so that you have enough kind of to create a flat bottom space so that it'll stand up on a plate. And then into about a 400-degree oven, let them cook for about 10 to 15 minutes till they crisp up and become nice and firm. So that's how we are coating it and doing our Dorito tacos that way. Now over here, I've got everything ready to go to assemble them. I've made some fresh salsa, and on my website, I have my big salsa recipes are on there, so you can get them. It's not an issue. I'm gonna chop up some lettuce to go on there, as well as some tomatoes if I choose. I have shredded cheese to go on there, and I have fried up some of the taco meat. I'm using a mixture of chicken and pork. Use hamburger if you want to. I've just seasoned it with taco seasoning, and it is ready to go, guys. So when we come back, those will come out of the oven. We'll put them together, and oh my deliciousness.
He's looking forward to lunch already. I can see him.
Oh, absolutely. And I love Taco Tuesday on Friday.
Okay, great.
Well, maybe that's because people with 5-year-old Androids are hanging on to them.
You are just barely hanging on.
Ron,
it still works, though. He can text.
Oh, that's right.
You know,
well,
Bryan,
it's not a flip phone, though.
Hang on to Ron Bird. We just keep hanging on to him, right? Just keep hanging on. All right, guys, let's finish this up. So I've just heated back up the taco meat here, and then I have the other taco here that is ready to go. And you can see how fun that is. It's just a big one, and Richard, who's the camera guy here, said, well, if enough doesn't fall on you when you're eating a regular taco, this one will really fall on you. So I'm just gonna spoon some of our taco meat into there, and you can use beef, you can use pork, you can use whatever your little heart desires on there. Spread that into there. Once you have the hot meat in there, of course, it's going to be the cheese, because you want the cheese to melt on that hot meat. And so we'll put the cheese in there now, and then we're going to go ahead and add into it some chopped up tomatoes and some onions, which are already also in the salsa, but it just adds more flavor to it. And so now I'm just going to spoon some of this delicious fresh salsa right onto there, and then we're going to follow that. Ooh, that smells amazing, everybody. This is really a fun idea. You can use smaller shells. You can use the corn tortillas. You can use smaller flour tortillas. You don't have to use these great big gigantic ones. And remember now, I'm cooking for Ron Bird, and he's an absolute ferocious eater in the kitchen. So, you know, I figured I can make him a Ron Bird burrito here. A little bit of course, sour cream on top. There we go, and we finish it up with some little sprinkling of your favorite seasoning. This is some that I made this morning. It's got dried bell peppers in it, some dried tomatoes in it, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, some onions in there, and voila. Oh, I can't forget my lettuce to go on there too. So put some of that lettuce right onto there, and you're gonna have the best darn Dorito taco you've ever had. Now head on over to KUTV.com, or you can go over to my website, cookingwithchefbryan.com, for the recipe. This is one you definitely want to try. And Ron, I think I've got your belly filled back here with this one.
You know, that actually looks really good.
Well, actually, thank you very much.
Actually, Ron is heading in there momentarily to sample that, Chef. So
Yeah.
be on the